You know that exact moment, don't you? You pause your favorite show, get up from the couch for just 30 seconds to grab a glass of water or maybe some popcorn, and when you turn around, there they are. Your dog is sitting proudly in the exact warm spot you just vacated. They might give you those big, innocent puppy eyes that melt your heart. Or maybe they give you that smug little side eye that says, "What are you going to do about it? This is my throne now." It's a funny, everyday battle that happens to pretty much every dog owner out there. But what if I told you that this simple, harmless-looking behavior isn't just a prank? It's actually a window into your dog's soul. Today, we are going to peel back the layers of this quiet ritual and uncover 8 deep psychological reasons why your dog steals your seat, and trust me, by the end of this, you'll never look at that stolen cushion the same way again. Let's dive right into the first and perhaps the most touching reason, which is the concept of the scent sanctuary. We need to talk about comfort, but not just physical softness. We are talking about emotional comfort. Think about how you feel when you put on a partner's hoodie or wrap yourself in a blanket from your childhood home. It feels safe, right? Well, for your dog, that feeling is multiplied by 1,000. You have to remember that your dog sees the world through their nose. Their sense of smell is their superpower. When you sit in a chair for an hour watching a movie, you are leaving behind a massive amount of scent data. You are leaving your pheromones, your natural smell, and to your dog, that smell is the best perfume in the world. When you get up, that chair is glowing with your presence. By curling up in that specific spot, your dog is literally immersing themselves in you. It is a security blanket. They are surrounded by your essence. It's their way of feeling close to you, even when you are 5 feet away in the kitchen. It triggers a release of oxytocin in their brain, the love hormone. So when they steal your seat, they aren't trying to inconvenience you. They are trying to hug you. They are saying, "I feel safest when I am wrapped in the smell of my favorite person." It is a profound compliment to your bond. But there is a second layer to this one that goes back to the dawn of time and their wild ancestors. We have to talk about the pack privilege. You see, despite thousands of years of domestication, that little wolf DNA is still humming inside your golden retriever or your chihuahua. In the wild, wolves and wild dogs have a very specific social structure. They don't just sleep anywhere. They sleep in a puppy pile. They huddle together for warmth and protection. But more importantly, in a pack, the lower-ranking members often want to be close to the leaders. They want to share the resources of the highest-ranking members because that signals safety and acceptance. Now, I don't want you to get hung up on the old alpha dog theories, but in your family dynamic, you are the leader. You control the food, the door, the walks, and the fun. You are the VIP. When your dog takes your seat, they are engaging in a social bonding ritual. They are asserting their place in the family. They are saying, "I am important enough to sit where the leader sits." It is an act of belonging. They are validating their membership card to the family. In a way, they are showing you that they feel equal enough to share your space. If a dog was terrified of you or didn't trust you, they wouldn't dare take your spot. The fact that they hop up there with confidence means they feel secure in your love. They know they are part of the inner circle, and that seat is the physical proof of their status. Now let's move to something a bit more calculated, because we all know our dogs can be little geniuses when they want to be. This is the notice me strategy. Dogs are incredibly observant. They study us all day long. They know our patterns better than we know them ourselves. Your dog knows that you want to sit in that chair. They know that if they sit there, you have to interact with them. You can't just ignore them if they are literally occupying the space you need. Sometimes stealing your seat is a bid for connection. Maybe you've been on your phone for an hour. Maybe you've been working on your laptop and ignoring them. Your dog thinks, "Okay, how do I get them to look at me?" I know I'll sit in the forbidden zone. It works, doesn't it? You walk back in, you talk to them, maybe you laugh, maybe you pet them to get them to move. Boom, they win. They got your attention. Even if you grumble a little to a dog, any attention is better than no attention. If they give you that wagging tail and that direct eye contact while sitting in your spot, they are basically hitting a giant buzzer that says, play with me, love me, acknowledge me. It's a game, and they are winning it. But let's explore a reason that is purely physical and practical, something we often overlook. Let's call this the heat seeker effect. Dogs have a higher body temperature than humans, usually around 101 to 102 degrees Fahrenheit. However, they also lose heat easily, especially short-haired breeds or older dogs with achy joints. When you sit in a spot for 30 minutes, you turn that cushion into a literal heating pad. You have pre-warmed the bed. For a dog, finding a warm spot is an instinctual drive for energy conservation. Why work to warm up a cold patch of floor when the human has just created a toaster oven level of coziness right here? It's simply smart survival. This is especially true in the winter months or in air-conditioned houses. If you have an older dog, the warmth from your body helps soothe their arthritis and stiffness. So sometimes it's not about psychological games or deep pack dynamics. Sometimes it's just about physical comfort. They are stealing your heat because it feels good on their bones. It's their way of saying, thanks for warming up the car for me. Now here is a fascinating new angle that many people don't consider: the mimicry phenomenon. Have you ever heard the phrase, monkey see, monkey do? Well, it applies to dogs too. Dogs are social learners. They learn how to navigate the world by watching others, specifically you. You are their role model. They watch you sit in that specific chair every single evening. They see you relax. They see you look happy. They see you eating snacks there. In their minds, they connect the dots. That spot must be the best spot in the house, because my human chooses it every time. When they take your seat, they are mimicking your behavior. They are trying to be like you. It's a form of flattery. They want to experience what you are experiencing. What's so great about this view? Let me check it out. It's similar to how a child puts on their parents' oversized shoes and stomps around the house. They are trying on your life for size. By sitting where you sit, they are aligning their routine with yours, trying to sync up their life with the person they admire most. This leads perfectly into a more emotional reason, one that pulls at the heartstrings a bit more. We need to talk about micro-separation anxiety. We often talk about separation anxiety when we leave the house for work, but for some Velcro dogs, even you leaving the room to go to the bathroom causes a tiny spike in anxiety. The moment you stand up and walk away, their world feels a little less secure. Taking your seat is a coping mechanism. It bridges the gap. By jumping into your spot, they're getting a hit of your presence to tide them over until you return. It's reassurance. They are thinking, okay, they left, but I'm sitting in their spot, so they have to come back here. This is the rendezvous point. It grounds them. If your dog seems a little frantic when they take your seat, maybe they spin around quickly and settle down with a heavy sigh. They might just be trying to self-soothe. They are holding down the fort because the uncertainty of you walking out the door is just a little too much for their heart to handle. Another reason that is often overlooked is the strategic vantage point. Have you ever noticed that your favorite chair usually has the best view? Maybe it faces the TV, but more likely it faces the front door or the main hallway. You picked that spot because it commands the room. Your dog knows this. Dogs are natural guardians. They like to know what is happening in their environment. By taking your seat, they are upgrading their security clearance. They get a better view of the window to watch for squirrels. They get a clear line of sight to the kitchen to watch for falling food. and they can monitor the entry points of the home. It's a tactical decision. They are taking the captain's chair because it offers the best situational awareness. In a way, they might even be taking over the watch duty for you. You got up, so they are stepping in to monitor the perimeter until you return. It's a job, and they are taking it seriously. And finally, reason number 8 is something sweet but slightly possessive: resource guarding Lite. Now, true resource guarding can be a behavioral issue, but in a mild, loving form, stealing your seat is a way of protecting your stuff. To a dog, you and your things are valuable resources. By laying on your spot, they are claiming it for the family. They are keeping it safe. Think of it like saving a seat for a friend at a movie theater. They are putting their jacket on the chair. They aren't necessarily stealing it from you. They are saving it for you or sharing it with you. They are mixing their scent with yours to create a family scent on that furniture. It's a way of saying, "This belongs to us." It's a communal ownership. As long as they move when you ask them to, this is a healthy, loving display of shared territory. So we have covered the comfort, the scent, the pack instinct, the attention-seeking, the heat, seeking the mimicry, the anxiety, and the strategy. Now the big question is, how should you react? Because believe it or not, your reaction in this moment shapes your relationship. Here is what you absolutely should not do. Do not get angry. Do not yell. Do not grab them by the collar and drag them off. I know it's annoying when you just want to sit down, but you have to remember where this behavior is coming from. It's coming from love, from a desire to be close, or from a need for safety. If you punish them for it, you are confusing them. You are breaking that trust. They are trying to bond with you, and rejection feels harsh to a social animal. Instead, you have a huge opportunity here. You can turn this annoyance into a bonding moment. The best approach is the gentle invite. Walk up to the chair and smile. Use a happy voice. Say, "Excuse me, buddy, can I have my spot back?" Most dogs know the command off or move, but say it with kindness. Better yet, if there is room, share the spot. This is the cuddle compromise. Sit down on the edge and let them shift over. If they are a lap dog, invite them onto your lap. This is the ultimate win-win. They get your warmth and scent, and you get your seat back plus a living heater. If they are too big, or you just want space, guide them to a spot right next to you. Maybe keep a special blanket on the floor right beside your chair. When you move them, give them a pat and tell them they are a good dog. This validates their need to be close without sacrificing your comfort. You are telling them, "I love you too. You just can't sit on me right now." By handling this moment with patience, you reinforce the idea that you are the benevolent leader. You control the space, but you share it with love. It builds respect. It tells them, "I see you trying to connect with me, and I appreciate it." At the end of the day, our dogs' lives are so much shorter than ours. These little quirks, these moments where they steal our seats and steal our warmth, these are the moments we are going to miss the most when they are gone. It's a daily reminder that to this animal, you are the entire universe. You are their sun and their moon. They want to sit where you sit, because there is simply nowhere else they would rather be. So the next time you turn around with your bowl of popcorn and see that furry face looking up at you from your cushion, don't be annoyed. Take a breath. Look at them. Realize that you are looking at a creature that loves you more than they love themselves. Smile at the theft. Maybe even let them keep the seat for a few more minutes. After all, isn't it wonderful to be loved that much? I'm curious. Does your dog have a specific technique for stealing your spot? Do they do the slow slide where they inch over, or do they just hop up the second you stand? And what's their guilty face look like? I want to hear your stories. Drop a comment below with your dog's name and their funniest seat-stealing crime. I love reading through them and seeing the unique personalities of your pups. And if you want to understand more about the secret language your dog is speaking every day, from why they tilt their heads to why they sleep in weird positions, make sure you hit that subscribe button and join our community of dog lovers. We are decoding the canine mind one video at a time. Thanks for watching. Go give your seat stealer a big hug from us, and we'll see you in the next video.